All right, he's taking on a giant. Ohio Democratic Congressman Tim Ryan wants to take out Nancy Pelosi as the leader of the Democrats in the House. He's saying it's time for a new generation of leadership, and looking at the numbers, he might have a point. The average age of the Democratic leadership, which would include the likes of Nancy Pelosi and her number two, Steny Hoyer, it's about 72. The average age for the Republican leadership, about 49. Pat Caddell on what he makes of that and the argument you need young blood, new blood. What do you think?
Well, I think you do, and I think this is the problem going on for the Democrats right now, is the damage that has been done to the lack of a bench in the Democratic Party, which you've had in the losses under Barack Obama since the 2008 election, the 60 House seats that have been lost, for instance, which has made the Democratic caucus far more leftist than it was. There's no middle there anymore. And it's very identity politics oriented. Same thing you've got in the Senate where they've lost seats and will probably lose more next time. And then particularly down in the House races, state legislative races and down to governorships. I mean, they've just been slaughtered even in this election.
But, you know, Pat, they say that
so you have no bench. So the problem is you have all leaders who have failed.
They don't need to do it.
They're crazy.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, they're crazy. This is Nancy Pelosi has led them since 2008 to a string of disasters, yet she's favored to win because of the ideological extremities in the House. Tim Ryan's talking about you need to go and appeal to new Democrats, to old Democrats, the blue-collar voters. They don't want to hear about coalitions. You have a chairman a man running for chairman who is pretty extreme, has been viewed as pretty extreme by by many Jewish organizations, who's for total gun control, whatever. And I'm going, wait a minute, how does this help have a party that outreaches people? You need a new generation of leaders, but the Democratic Party is suffering. Look, when you talk about making Joe Biden chairman of the Democratic Party, former vice president, 72, you got a problem.
So you think that just the idea that they're going to be pushing for young blood, some of the younger members, they probably won't get it, at least in this first shot at trying to topple Nancy Pelosi. Then what happens in the next 2 years?
Well, I think there will be some effort to, in fact, I think, pardon my cold, depending on what they have, there'll be an effort to get more. But, you know, I would be curious if Steny Hoyer were still in the House, would he have challenged her? I don't know. He's pretty loyal. He would have been a better choice. They are going to insist. The problem is you have coalitions of identity groups, and they're a lot older, and they are ensconced in very safe seats, and they may just want to stay with it. But you've got to sooner or later recognize that this isn't working across the country. You cannot be a party of just a fraction of the West Coast and a fraction of the East Coast and the city of Chicago in between.
Well put. All right. Feel better, my friend. Pat Caddell.
Thank you.